And a lot of things are not quite done with contract, like they're not quite agreed on paper, but they assume that is good with the word. So this is something that my boss had to get used to, that over here, you have a contract, then you do work. It doesn't quite work that way, so you have to find a balance somehow over there. And also, as well as the legal system, because if you want to sign a contract with either even your partners or the client, the legal system is different. And the trading itself, exporting and importing and wire transferring money or paying for anything, there's a lot of kinks in the middle that need to be worked out. So those are sort of what I could think of that are different, and you need to look into if you're interested in international business. You're free to ask any questions if you want in the middle. So, and then I thought about where do you start if you're interested as a student when you get out. If you want to, participate in international practice, you can definitely find a bigger office that has multiple offices worldwide to work for them. That's the easiest way. Or you find a partner that is in the foreign country or from the foreign country that you can work together to form some kind of partnership to get jobs there. Or yourself is from another country that you could definitely try to do that as well. And also you can try international competition, design competitions. Those are good ways, especially as students, to do something with. It's been proven, for different designers to be successful with competitions. So that's sort of what I could think of as a way to start. So we're designers and we like to see pretty pictures, right? So I'm going to show a couple of projects that I did. This first one is Canada. It's the closest you can get for international work. It is a design competition. I entered with a coworker. So let me see if I can. Yeah. Winnipeg. Most people know where Winnipeg is in Manitoba. It's in the middle of Canada. It's if you think Chicago is cold and windy, think again. It's very, very cold and windy, extremely cold. So this is a sort of important city center of Winnipeg. That the intersection of these two roads is considered the center of the city, and it's actually very historical. This is Winnipeg in Indian language means muddy water. That's where this two river meets. This is where the French settled in early 1700s, so they do have very early history for North America. And the city is was having this competition to design the intersection area. So that's the more historical site over here. So let me see what I have here. Okay, so the other designer and I looked at the history of the site, and when you do something, especially foreign, you always want to look at in other locations, you want to look at the history, the culture differences to start with, and that should be your concept, where the concept comes from. You should have a solid basis. So these are sort of the studies we found. It's a fur trading site on the river. That's where the starting of Winnipeg is. So these are the boats on the very windy. It's a city of wind and water, actually. So it's very windy. The river is a big component for this project. And this is actually the intersection of this design. This woman is walking through this intersection called Portage in Maine is the street. And you can tell it's significant enough to be on a postage in Canada, so it does have a historical significance. As well, it has a natural history, and the Indian First Nation has a history of occupying the site. So these are the whole photos of the First Nation people's building and the natural settings of the adjacent area. So these are things we took as concept and inspirations for our design. And this is a sketch of that intersection. We're thinking of it. This road now is the new rivers of the intersection where the first trading started. And actually in Chinese feng shui, in current modern times, road replaced river as the transportation route, because so then the energy of river is actually applied now to roads in terms of the feng shui study. So that's also something we looked into. So we did drawings and models at the same time, and these are sort of our design and models. We try to use similar landforms on the outside of the street, and this is the street. These are the two streets, and we use the boat as our concept in this area. So that's like a boat shape moving forward in the landform. Also, like I said, Winnipeg is very windy and cold, right? And it has a long winter. So people, all these buildings have underground tunnels that connect to each other. So that's important. So the second level is very important to have underneath because people don't want to be outside unless they absolutely have to in the winter. So there's a whole city underground. And we thought, how appropriate. We're going to have a ship, and we're going to have the bottom of the ship, and this is the top of the deck of the ship. So that's our design. Actually, this centerpiece it is like an elevator and stairs that you could go down. And on four sides of the street, there's actually already elevators and stairs before this, because we want the pedestrian to kind of occupy the center of the intersection again. So either by in the summer you could have events on the upper area, and in the winter you could occupy the bottom. So here's the plans of this is the upper top level, street level, and then we have the bottom level. Bottom level has different what do you call that? Concession, little shops.